Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 Conclave as the Great Empire of Scotland. In our last episode we declared our holy war for the Duchy of Seville down here, which is going pretty well. We're up to 84%, despite having lost one pretty substantial battle down there, thanks to the Almoravids coming in while I wasn't paying as much attention as I should have been. But that shouldn't prevent us from winning the rest of this war pretty easily. This person has finished her education while in our dungeons, so we'll see if we can possibly get a ransom for her, but of course we can't. So we'll just let her go. So the Abbadids are now trying to siege back some holdings from us here, which we obviously do not want to allow if at all possible. Somebody's trying to kill some other vassal of mine, but we'll just assume that's not important. And we have gained a tithe. We are up to almost 5,000 gold. We could probably put that to some better use than just having it sit around in our treasury. Perhaps by building some upgrades. I suspect we're maxed out on castle towns everywhere, probably, until our technology improves. But we could improve our domain levy by upgrading some of the other buildings in here. Alternatively, we could put the money into retinue, which we're probably a little bit behind on in terms of our retinue cap. Yeah, we're only at 3k of 12k, so we could definitely afford to build quite a lot more retinue. So I guess we'll do that. Let's build quite a few, let's say 5 shock retinues. Five cavalry, and some of our cultural retinue as well, why not? Oh, we're up to our cap already, never mind. I was mostly looking at the money as a limitation, but I guess we were using up the retinue cap quicker than I thought. That's fine, this will do for the moment. And that still leaves us with almost 4,000, so we may as well build a few upgrades as well. Let's concentrate on the lower holdings here, since these are more recently built and the upgrades will be a lot cheaper. And we may as well do the same in some of our other holdings outside of the capital. And we may as well do training grounds there as well. Okay. Yeah, I suppose we can upgrade the more expensive ones too. We'll just do castle fortifications there. I don't think we're in danger of running out of money or of needing to hire a huge amount of mercenaries or anything. Okay, I guess that will do then. Earl of Kildare wants to fabricate a claim on the Duchy of Meath. It definitely seems like it's beneath our notice. Our Marshal has not managed to increase levy in Gowrie. He's annoyed a bishop. Apparently I have Gmail open in the background or something, so I guess I'll close that if people keep sending me messages. Alright, we finished our siege here to 94%. We'll probably go attack the Abbadid army over here, which might be worth 6%, let's hope. Probably not if I had to guess, but we'll see. Okay, my Marshal is now doing a good job of reinforcing levies. And it was worth 8%, so slightly more than 6, and we are at 100. So we can enforce our demands, gain all kinds of titles, become threatening. Ooh, 21% threat is fairly significant. 21% for just a single duchy? That seems a lot. So this duchy, let's see what we could do with this. I guess the easiest thing to do would just be to grant everything to our King of Galicia. It's not de jure part of his kingdoms, but it wouldn't give us any extra vassals. It would make him happy. So he's already quite happy. Alternatively, we could set up an independent duke down here, but one of the counties of this duchy is already held by the king. Makes things a little untidy. I think for the sake of neatness and convenience, we'll just grant it all to the king. Do we have the actual duchy title? We don't, but we can usurp it. Okay, so being able to do that, we can just grant the duchy title directly to you and include all the lower titles, and he should get everything. Easy enough. And we now have a defensive pact opposing us, formed by the Abbadids. We'll have to keep an eye on this, I guess, in case it gets out of hand. There's a few people in there so far, okay. Yep, more people joining. So these defensive pacts are separated by religion now, which means that Christians can't join this Muslim one that's formed. And it seems like no Christian one is forming. This guy seeks to kill some person that's related to him, it looks like. I guess we probably don't care about that. Alright, well let's check in on our allies' war in Sicily. This is not really the best way to look at it, since we can just look directly at the war screen here. So he's been winning battles, or actually no, the Kaiser's been winning battles. Specifically one big battle. But, no, wait a second. I am still looking at this backwards. Sicily has won that big battle, and Kaiser has a whole bunch of war score from controlling the War Gulf for a long time. Alright, well, I think we're still going to avoid getting involved in this too much. Let's have another look over at the Mongol invasion of Cumania, which apparently still has not come to any conclusion. He's dropped back to 83%. I think he was up to 86 or 87 at some point. I would imagine he should win that eventually. Let's look at the forces involved. Cumania has 1,500 troops. The Mongols have 79,000, almost 80. So it seems like it should be quite one-sided over there. For now, though, if we're not going to get involved in Sicily's war... Somebody else joined the defensive pact. I think we should maybe... Well, yeah, we should probably look at declaring an offensive war, but we should probably do it somewhere that it's not going to anger a lot more people who would join this pact. England would be probably the best choice there. But of course we have a truce with them, and our plot is not going anywhere for the time being, it looks like. Let's look through our potential weak claims here and see if there's anything else that we can press. So duchy claims would be ideal. It looks like we don't have many, most of them are just for counties, baronies. The Duchy of Asturias, though. Declare on Leon. We could do that on behalf of this person. A Zikri character. We wouldn't retain him as a vassal unless we were to grant him land first. So I'm not sure if that's really worth doing. Duchy of Asturias being up here, of course. Possibly we should just stay at peace for a while and allow some of our threat to go down. Our grandson needs an education focus. He's affectionate, rowdy, and conscientious. So military would be okay. As with stewardship, I think we'll go with stewardship. And we can invest in technology. Namely military tech. I guess we can bump up our retinue cap again. Which should give us the ability to build some more retinue. We can actually get some of the Shiltron retinue. And where do we leave the rest of our retinue? That would be down here. Our Duke of East Anglia is trying to fabricate a claim on some barony. Okay. I'm not sure that I need to do anything about that. We sieged a trade post here, apparently. Mostly I just wanted to transport my retinue back up to join up with the new stack here. The church had just gotten some very beautiful stained glass windows, and as I and Amelie contemplated the windows, the priest approached and asked us what we thought about them. And she'll just repeat what I said again, and we'll say it was a bit flattering. And some of our upgrades are completing. So now we're up to 6,200 retinue at maximum. Are we not reinforcing this, or is it just going slowly? I guess it's just going slowly. And it's costing us quite a lot of money because we're making almost nothing. And our steward has failed to squeeze any extra taxes out of the population in Gowrie, so he's raised revolt risk and annoyed some people there. Well, I don't think we'll be too concerned about that either. Don't know why we're hearing about crown laws in Mauritania, unless we somehow gained a holding over here. Which I don't think we did. Oh well. So, Sicily down to 60% against the Kaiser, though the Byzantines, who of course are also in this war, are winning a battle here against Croatia, who I think is just a vassal of the Holy Roman Empire. So this won't be worth any war score. Up to 90% in favor of Temujin. In his invasion of Cumania. Our grandson is impressing everyone with his sensible choices and great capacity for self-restraint, so we can have him upgrade Conscientious to Temperate. It could also potentially upgrade to Diligent. Or we could sidestep that and make him Just, maybe. I think we'll do this, and maybe we'll get a chance to make him Diligent instead later, which I think is better than Temperate. So he's just turning into a pretty decent character, maybe. We finished with the construction of a keep there. What is this army sieging in here? I don't know why they're sieging something belonging to me, since we're allies in a war. It is the county capital. Kind of strange. And Leon has joined the defensive pact against me, which is a little bit worrying. If we have a Christian defensive pact as well. But if it's just Leon in it, then I don't think it's too much of a concern. In fact, even the Muslim one isn't really a concern, because I think we could easily fight all of these people at the same time if we wanted to. As he's growing older, I can see that my grandson Gillespie could use some guidance in some of my experienced areas. Alright. So, I think we're still under the effects of being out of patience after we did this with one of our other wards. So we can't do the same thing with him, and I'm not sure if I want to become bitter rivals. Actually, you know, that's probably fine. We're 69 years old. We're probably not going to live much longer. So if he does become our rival and plot to kill us, it was probably about our time anyway. So I think we will do this. Speaking of, let's just take a quick look at the succession. Everyone's pretty solidly voting for our son John, who actually is getting on a bit himself. He's 44, so I would like to have somebody younger inherit if it was possible. I think we have any amazing characters available. But Alistair or Roderick here might be preferable just by virtue of their age. I guess we'll try voting for Alistair. See if anybody can be persuaded to change their mind. I guess for the Kingdom of Scotland as well. It is worth noting that we have the Kingdom and the Empire title. They're both under Dynastic, but they have different people voting for them, I think. So it's possible that we could end up with different people being voted into our two titles, which we wouldn't want to happen, but we can just destroy the Kingdom of Scotland at any point if we need to. No reason to do it unless it becomes an issue, though, I think. It looks like nobody's going to change their mind on who they're voting for. Somebody else joining the defensive pact, and we lost our marshal. He died in natural death. Okay. I guess we'll just switch our votes back to John then. Not a big deal. I'd kind of prefer to play as somebody younger, but John will do just fine. Probably. So we can appoint King Paul. Or we could appoint our Grand Master of the Knights Templar, who would be better at the job, but is not a powerful vassal, or at least not powerful enough that he wants to be on the council. I guess we'll appoint Paul. And we need to appoint a new commander now as well. Can be this mayor. And our son Prince Lenin needs a childhood focus. The only thing he has any points in is stewardship, so I guess we'll go for a stewardship education there. Go for conscientious, I guess. And our plot against England still not going anywhere. Our truce with them is due to expire in only a couple of years anyway, so that will probably be our next war if we manage to kill him or Else we'll just wait out the truce, I suppose. Let's get our marshal to work. Training troops. Starting to make a bit more money. As some of our retinue units, I guess, are getting fully reinforced. And we have raiders pillaging us somewhere down here. Okay. We'll just raise the troops from our vassal king and send them down to chase them away. And my wife is pregnant, so we may be getting on in years, but we can still produce more children apparently. Maybe finally we'll actually get a strong child. King of Galicia is plotting to kill somebody, okay. He's also raising his troops, possibly to chase these raiders out, but I think we'll just take care of it for him. Oh, I guess they've left. Or disappeared. Alright then, problem solved. Looks like there's a revolt in Aquitaine. Cumania still not defeated by the Mongols, still at 90% there. But our friends in Sicily are down to minus 90% against the Kaiser, so probably they're going to lose their county up here. Not really a big deal, I guess. Alright, well, we're out of time for this episode, so we'll leave it here for now. Thanks for watching, and join me again next time.